with these eclipses and stuff, like I want you to have the information early. So I've gone ahead and gone into this lunar eclipse a bit for you guys, and I will I'll do it again in 2 weeks when we meet on the 16th, and we'll talk about this lunar eclipse again. Let me pull up the chart too, because the chart's really interesting. If you read charts, you're really going to want to see this one. All right. Yeah, what a chart. What a chart. And if you understand formations, if you look at chart formations, there's a kite in this chart. The kite is a grand trine with an opposition to one of the points on the grand trine. And the opposing planet is actually the eclipse moon itself, along with Neptune and Saturn's in that mix too. So there's a lot going on with this lunar eclipse chart. The eclipse is going to turn the volume way up on the Pisces channel. And Pisces is the most psychic of signs. Sensitive, intuitive, and artistic. The moon appears between Neptune and Saturn, sandwiched between dreaming and reality. The moon is closest to Neptune, which means this eclipse may bring up Neptunian feelings, which are loss, grief, fear, anxiety, especially in the house in your chart that has the degree of this eclipse, 25 Pisces. Changes are brewing in that house. Something's cooking in your cauldron of manifestation, and you may already be feeling it, cosmic friend. The sign Pisces has 2 rulers, Jupiter and Neptune. The lunar eclipse is closely involved with both, being conjunct Neptune, which intensifies the spiritual and psychic energies so much. And the eclipse squares Jupiter, all right, making it difficult to size up a situation. Jupiter is our estimation of something. We can go too far with it, too much, or not enough. It's hard to understand the proportions when you've got friction around Jupiter. It's hard to estimate. So take your time with estimates and guesses, things like that. Situations can be bigger or smaller in importance than they initially appear. So take your time with financial decisions and new relationships, and work carefully through difficulties. Take confusion, take experiences of confusion or feeling puzzled, befuddled, as a sign that you are missing some important information. And understand too that it takes 6 months for the energies of eclipse season to play out completely in the houses in your chart that are touched by the eclipse. So it's not just about the day of the eclipse. I think of the eclipse as changing the wallpaper. So we've had the last eclipse season's wallpaper up since the springtime, and that wallpaper is about to come down. New wallpaper comes up to form a container, if you will, around our next 6 months. Okay, so that next 6 months will highlight that house where, in your birth chart, where that lunar eclipse is taking place. Yes. Okay, and here I wrote about the kite. There's a formation called a kite in the eclipse chart. Again, it's a grand trine like this with a string. There's the kite string there. The kite's string is the moon itself, the eclipse moon. Kites can manifest with some chaotic energy, all right? It's almost like that. I kind of think of the, if you've ever studied organic chemistry, there's compounds that look like hexagons when they draw them out on a diagram, and those are aromatics. That means the molecules are light and they float. They look like balloons visually, so that makes it a little bit easier to remember, even though actually their shapes are kind of different. But I think of the kite that way too. Like there's this kind of floatiness to it that can feel kind of chaotic, because it's like I'm way up here and I'm not really that settled at times. Right? Kites can be chaotic, but there is potential here to acquire resources or make financial gains. So keep an open mind, but not so open that your brains fall out, friends.